Hey, how's it going here? Late night, Thursday night here. I'm going through and setting up some lures. I'm talking about tonight's speed clips and tactical angler clips. There's a bunch of different styles on the web you can get, and different companies make them. Um, like I said, the normal speed clips is the ones I'm working with tonight, but I do have others. I have the teardrop shaped wire ones as well, and they all work good. I love them better than I love snap rings. So I take the snap rings off. Like here, I took it off this one here. This one. I mean, look at the size of it. Look, it's already bent open. Look at that. But those sharp edges will cut your line, and that's why I don't like using them. Is that no matter what you do, eventually you're going to have a lure that slides down in between where those two pieces meet, and those are sharp edges. Believe it or not, I know you can tell or not, but it is a sharp edge, and it will cut the knot. And you'll go to throw a lure, especially one like this one here. This is the jitter rat. Actually, it's a jitter gill. I like jitter gill, and it will cut the line, and that lure will go sailing. And if you've spent some money on a lure, the lures are not cheap, especially when you get them custom like this. They are not cheap. This is a couple ounces, and that little speed clip right there will hold it just fine. And you don't have that sharp edge to tie to. See, there's a nice clean edge there to tie to. And I do it to all of them. Every time I get some lures in, I go through, and I'm like going through now and doing this set here, but I have done these already. Um, like here, if you look here, see they're already on. I put them. I just leave them like that, and that way, if you get out there and you throw a lure, you're going to lose a lure. No matter if you're trying to get where the fish are, you're going to throw it in some junk and it's going to hang. I don't care how good you are, you're going to lose a lure. And I've done it. Well, if you put one on each lure, when you got in your box, you have a couple backups with you, or one backup. You got different styles. You got some swim baits with you. You got a wake bait with you, and if all of them have a tactical clip, you don't lose them. And being the fact that they come in like 50 packs, this is a 50 pack for $4 or something. You can afford to put them on every lure, and it just really is a good practice. And you can tie to it, keeps you from tying your line as much. You can try different lures out. If the fish aren't biting, like say if you're throwing a swim bait towards the bottom of the lake, and you decide you want to go a little higher up in the water column, you decide to throw a mid-running crankbait or a jerk bait, and or you want to go with a wake bait up on top. You can just easily unclip them, put them in. And it really takes you longer to get the lure out of the box than it does to put the clip on. So for me, it's a no-brainer. The clips themselves, like these normal clips here, are probably minimum 25-pound test on. So you're not going to snap them. I don't use anything over 20-pound test. So for me, the line will break before that clip breaks, and it has. I've got them hung up in a tree. I've thrown across the lake, not paying attention, and overcasted, stuck it in some trees, stuck it in some wood, logs, whatever, that I couldn't get off. And when I popped it, it broke right at the knot. So I've never come back with a bent snap or speed clip, or the snap clips. So it's just a thing I do. It's a modification to all the lures that I do. I go through and I make sure that they all have a speed clip on them, or a snap of some kind, or a tactical clip. If they're a little bigger, I use tactical clips on the bigger baits. But yeah, it's a little thing I like to do, and it'll save you some time. It'll save you lures sometimes because you won't have that line get cut. And there's nothing more disheartening when you go to throw a lure like the jitter gill I have there. You go to throw it and it just pops right off the line as soon as you flick it, and you just watch it sail into the sunset, and something went wrong at the knot there. So anyway, like I said, they're cheap. 50 pack here was under $5. You can get them on Amazon for probably even cheaper. I've got 2 or 3 sets in the tackle room here, and 100 of each that I go through, and I put them on everything. I put them on everything from 2-inch swim baits on up to the big stuff. Now on my 8, 10-inch glides, all get clips. I don't care what it is, it gets a clip tied to it. A little heavier on some of the bigger ones, lighter on the smaller ones, but they get them all there. And that way, if I'm going through and I want to carry 1, maybe 2 rods, I can switch baits in and out quick. I can try on the bottom. I can throw it in the middle. I can do top water. They work great for any type of bait that, where it would normally have a split ring on it. You can put a tactical clip on it. So that's the way I do it. Chatterbaits is a whole other thing. Spinnerbaits is a whole other thing. Take a whole nother rod if that's your issue. I don't have that problem. My worm rod's always separate from my crankbait rod, so my crankbait rod always has one on it, and I'm good to go. But Let me know what you think. It's a real quick and cheap hack to do. And if you've ever got on the water and want to switch baits out real quick to find out maybe a different color to try, or different sizes of the same crankbait, or a little shallower running or a little deeper running, it's a good way to switch out real fast to test that theory that you're having in your mind. But let me know what you think. Speed clips, tactical clips, what do you want to call them? Snaps. Yay or nay? Let me know what you think. And I'll see you out on the water.